Back again. It's another Wednesday.
Hey,
You know what it is. Flock's here. What's going on? Episode 82. Figuring conspiracy shit out.
ooh,
What's going on, y'all? Make sure we don't oh yeah, that was the Discord. Follow the Discord. It's somewhere around
do
here.
that.
I think. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know where the fucking Discord link is.
Send links. It
Uh
should be in the chat, Brody.
yeah,
I'm gonna
it
put it
should
in
be
the
on the
chat, matter of
YouTube.
fact.
It should be in the YouTube also. Let me real
Let's do
quick.
it.
Let me
Housekeeping. Why he doing the tech guy?
yeah.
Tech guy, the Frank computer guy. Follow, like, share, comment. Y'all know what time it is. Unify, thrive. If you on the Rumble, what up? Like this, share this. If you on the YouTube, what up?
Yep.
You on the IG, what up? We need to be
All the
going live on a
things.
TikTok. I can't
Yeah.
wait to go live on a TikTok. Matter of fact, we're gonna stream this live on a TikTok next. Smurf, how you leave that fast?
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
that button
yeah,
in
yeah.
my
It'll
real
be up there.
happen.
It'll be up there. It'll be up there on a TikTok.
Yeah,
You frozen?
yeah,
Here we frozen?
yeah, yeah, he
Lord
froze.
have mercy. All right,
Nah, he got kicked out the chat, so we still here. Original crew.
all
Frank and
right.
my dude.
It's
How
all
you feeling,
good.
Frank?
I feel good. Hey, quick announcement. I'm taking
What's up?
pre-orders for the book.
You.
I don't have nothing to show for it. I'll put a link somewhere. I was about to like try to hold up a paper or like if I had a copy. It's coming out in 2 months. I'm taking pre-orders. Go to elusiveperspective.com. That's ELUSIVE perspective perspective.com and
Uh,
order that joint. I know mad people are excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm hype about it. Just go ahead and get your pre-orders in. If you order, I'm going to sign your book. And if you live in 757, I'm going to hand deliver it to you. I'll find you. We'll meet up, chop it up. I'll lend you the book, give you the book. But that's all I got going on. I feel
hey,
like we
Frank.
got Hero back. What's up?
So the Discord not in that YouTube bio links. So we need to put that in there.
Yeah, I know it's in some of the older ones. I just got to grab it out and re-put it. But
Alright.
uh, yeah.
So yeah, Frank, you were talking junk about you not finishing your book.
Nah, it's finished, bro. Well,
I was
it's getting
motivated.
finished. It's coming out. It's coming out this year. I was talking.
I
Remember, I was
know.
talking about first quarter 2024. We all the way at the end of this joint.
Four quarters that started. About to
What's the
start.
name of the book?
It's oh, we lost everybody. The
I'm
connection is
back. I'm back.
trash.
I'm back.
The book is just it's just spirit, not spiritual stuff. It's just I'm sharing ideas and thoughts about waking up, try to steer people into an awakened mindset, so to speak. I don't want to. I can't get into it a lot. But basically, it's like a lot of stuff we talk about, not necessarily on the conspiracy side. Like I'm not jumping into conspiracies, but I'm just trying to open minds. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. So it's pretty dope. It's
So good.
wordy. I got a wordy vocabulary. I might have to try to like break it
So
down. I'm not sure, but I might have some
on
people
that
read some
topic,
sections. Yeah,
y'all hear my orchestra in the back?
Yes,
yo,
sir.
a little
Y'all hear
bit.
the orchestra in the back? All right. So look. So I'm listening to Boyce Watkins, and he had a clip, and he was like, "Why are smart black men so dangerous, or why are smart black men perceived to be such a threat?" And he go on to say, "I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never robbed nobody. I ain't never pillaged. I ain't never did nothing malicious to anybody." But he said it took him a year and a half to go get on the jail list to go visit some prisoners. He said he don't get invited into the elementary schools to go talk, right? So and Farrakhan can't go in those kind of places neither, right? We're
Hmm.
so dangerous about a black man, and he went on to say that I'm a free thinker. I think, I perceive things differently, and I'm aware. I make my own financial decisions. I make my own decision, based on not from what I've heard or what I've been told, but from the research that I've gathered, from the way this is, that I've walked the experiences that I experienced.
Hmm.
I am, and we are the same way, right? We free thinkers. Like you can't just tell us anything. And if anything, I'm gonna go tell somebody else to go think for themselves. I might not even tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I might give them a little bit of juice, but for the most part, I want you to figure this out on your own because your awakening, when you awaken your own self, it's a whole of a lot different if somebody spoon feeding you because you can come
Hell
back to me
yeah.
looking for some more.
It's
You know what I
mad
mean? So
more.
I think
It's
that's what,
definitely more potent. It's super potent.
right. Mm-hmm. And then he
So
could be like, man, and then when you do learn, you come back to me, we could build on some other shit, outside of what we initially started on, right? So The black man, the thinking black man, the free black man is educated black man is a dangerous thing to the system. You know what I'm talking about? Crippling if you get it right. 50,000. You heard?
No, that's a bar. No, that's
50,000.
facts.
So you
So
bought 50.
he said 50.
50,000.
At
Yeah.
least. At least. What are we talking about today?
That's only 10,000 a state.
Huh? Yeah.
10,000 a state.
That's enough people to make come together and make things move in either direction. You know how that go. But you know they know the black man is a dangerous man. That's why in previous years, well I ain't gonna say years and throughout ancestor time, shit, they were chopping it off. It was like you not making no more brilliant people to run around this land. That shit gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, so on that topic right there, I'm gonna let's move on in a second. Look, George Washington Carver, I tell the story all the time. He was mutilated as castrated as a child. They let the dogs chew the man pieces up. So just imagine, he was a child. He was a brilliant child. And so, but you see how we still talking to him 2024. He was back in when? 1850 something. You know what I'm talking about? Creating stuff that we still create today. So let's imagine if he could have had kids. That's just one man. Just imagine how many other men that got treated like that and then ain't had the fortitude to keep moving forward. Because what am I gonna do without my manhood? You feel me? So
that was a contract. That was a contract his parents signed with them. In order to take him in, they castrated him. There was a contract. He agreed to that.
He was 9 when it happened.
His parents agreed to it, cuz he didn't. I just told his parents agreed to it. Yeah, look, I did this. Yeah, I done did this whole went through his autobiography and some more shit. His parents agreed to have him castrated in order for the family to take him on.
Lord
That's
have mercy.
crazy. So it's his parents' fault.
That's crazy.
All right.
Peanuts.
You said peanuts? Shout out Peanut Fest. Peanut Fest 2025. We in the building. What tonight, we talk about Elon. Elon, I think this past week he dropped some robots, he dropped some cars, he dropped some trucks or vans or something, and we found this TikTok where Elon's pretty much talking about the future of the economy, the workforce, the job market, and he's pretty much basically saying humans are not going to be working much longer. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of, I feel like we all could feel that for the most part, that's where things are headed. You know what I'm saying? But and that we're not working. He's saying there's going to be a universal income or some type of universal basic income. Should we jump into the TikTok and go from there, or here you got something you want to?
Let's get a little build up. Build.
We've been talking about the more so for like the universal currency and how they plan to pop it off. I've been talking about this for the last I want to say going on 4 years now. The plan is to issue everybody a card, basically with a set amount on it every month. Your bills and your rent will not exceed what is put on the card, but it will be a stipend every month set at a certain amount that you would not make over. You get what I'm saying? That's to bring everybody back at a kind of like, I would say, equal status as far as money wise, but it also basically controls every dollar you move, spend, or even use, because now you can no longer hide the money.
Right.
It's not possible. You can't hide.
So
you can't hide
control. They have more control of us.
Yes, it's complete control, because you know what we buy, when we bought it, how much it cost. You know, did it go over your stipend? Are you going to have enough money for a month?
And then you got to get it from them. Like if you piss off the wrong person, or you make an enemy, the wrong enemy, they can take it from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you break the law, they subtract from your stipend, from the money that they give you. You know, it's nothing that hasn't already done. How they can scan your face if you're jaywalking, scan your face. By the time you get to the other side, they done took it out of your money, and they'd have fined you and took it out of your money all within 10 minutes. You know, that's too much.
It might be fast in 10 minutes because, like I said, they got this. who was it? Japan or China got the social currency or the
Social credit score.
social credit store, right? So it's kind of similar. They ain't got to be around you, but as soon as the camera pick it up, as soon as the AI detect, John Blow over there got there spit on the floor. John Blow hit that jaywalk, $5, $10, and my man only got $15 left. You feel me?
They cut your money off. Anytime you gotta think about it, if they're in complete control of your money, all they can say, you know what, you didn't do what you were supposed to do this money. Hey, cut his money off. And what can you do about it?
You posted the wrong thing, said the wrong shit, sharing the wrong ideas.
And it's crazy because they're gonna try to set it up so you cannot help nobody else. Like, say for instance, if I need to get some money from you, I wouldn't be able to do it because your money, your card is tied to only you. You get what I'm saying? It's like trying to use somebody else's social security card or somebody else's birth certificate.
So you can probably do B2C shit. You can do B2C shit, but you can't do, P2P, people to people shit. So mom, I just need $20. I can't get them money.
Peer to peer.
Ain't going past C. You ain't gonna make it to C. It's A and B. That one transaction. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you got to spend it in the business because you got to go, buy groceries and gas and shit like that. But outside of that,
that'll be the only way you'll be able to do it for a person. They could probably go in the store. But you know how that go, man. I just don't.
I hear you. I think this is a wet dream, though. I think this is their wet dream. I think this is the doomsday scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, if evil wins, yeah, that's a world that is potentially reality. You know what I'm saying?
What you consider evil? Because I mean, it's more so of a catching up and being able to stay afloat as far as America is considered. Because in order to be able to compete with any other world leaders, you're going to have to go to a digital currency because nobody wants your money. You have no choice. They have to switch to some type of other currency other than the fiat shit paper.
Now that's true, but that's not what BRICS is doing. BRICS and them, they're not going to well, they're going digital, but they're supposedly backing it off of metal, gold, silver.
It's the same story though.
It's not when it's backed. If it's backed by commodities, they can't inflate it. You know what I'm saying? So it'll have value.
We don't know how much gold they got. That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm saying. Americans say we got X amount of gold. This is how we able to say our currency is this. BRICS say we got X amount of gold and oil, and this is how much is it. We don't know. I can't go in them. I can't even tell you where the gold at or the oil. You know what I'm talking about? So it's definitely a he say she say type of deal. You know what I mean? So when he was saying they gonna have to go digital to keep up, and their story is gonna have to be whatever they say it is. You feel me?
And what happens to the Federal Reserve? The Federal Reserve is dismantled. There's no need for the Federal Reserve now. So
that's the old system.
They can't control it because that's who's controlling the money basically now. So if switch back to that, they're not going to go back to giving everybody silver and gold because they're trying to hold.
They come and take your shit.
No.
They come and take your shit.
There's like, we got to keep duality, the dualistic perspective. We got to kind of keep that in mind, right? Because I feel like there's a bad way, or there's a bad perspective and there's a good perspective, and you gotta we're almost forced to pick and choose, because a lot of people look at this and say, oh, it's good, and then the other side will be like, oh no, that's bad. And I do think there's gonna be two new competing financial systems. BRICS, I think, is one, and then there's something else bubbling over here, and there's going to be a time or a juncture where the world as a whole has to choose. You know what I'm saying? Where the BRICS wins or whatever else, CBDC, whatever wins. Once we get to that point, we'll know. But I do think there's going to be competing systems. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be a fork, and then it's like Blu-ray and remember Blu-ray and the other, there was like another DVD format.
High def, some shit like that.
High def something, and then there was Blu-ray, and then it was like they were putting out those movies at the same time. Right, but then Blu-ray ultimately won because more people blow up Blu-ray, or it was just better for whatever reason. Then boom, Blu-ray won, and then the high disc definition, whatever the fuck, went away. So we might be, entering something like that where there's two competing systems running at the same time crypto based, maybe gold based, whatever the case have you. And
Right.
depending where you are or where you stand, or you might just end up being in two different systems. But eventually, one's gonna win. I feel like, you know what I'm saying.
Fucking with China
Somebody
though,
got them.
there's too many world leaders. That's other world leaders other than the United States that's down with BRICS. So
Yeah.
that makes them hell of a superpower right there in itself. And a lot
Facts.
of the countries are not satisfied with what the United States on. And they got to understand, if any country wants to go against the United States, this is the time.
And they've been doing it.
Exactly. Because they got a force now. You get what I'm saying? Everything is being manufactured in Africa. They already talked about that. That's where the base is. It's in Africa. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That BRICS is running. So they building a super team to go against our dollar.
Facts.
The people know that.
But I still think it's gonna be some of the same power struggle the past 50 years, right? China and America. America just been a little bit higher, but China got a little bit more allies, so it just might be a little closer. But it still ain't gonna be no real opposing threats to either one of them. You get what I'm saying? Unless Africa come together, and they got a lot of work to do. They got a whole lot of giving money back. They got a whole lot of putting countries out. France got their hands deep. Europe got their hands deep. China, you know what I mean? So they the only ones who possibly. Australia, they already in bed with whoever, right? So it's still gonna be the same power struggle between USA and China. So ain't much gonna change, I don't think.
But yeah, it is. What's gonna change is gonna slowly. It's gonna be the prices. We're gonna walk into the grocery store and they're charging $25 for a loaf of bread. We're gonna get
$5 for 18 eggs,
and we're gonna get tired of seeing high prices, complaining. We're gonna keep complaining until they come to us and be like, you know what? We're just gonna switch to this digital currency so y'all don't have to pay these high prices. That's how it's gonna go. Shit already going up. Taxes, you go to the store, it's almost $1.50 in tax now.
No, it's definitely $1.25.
Exactly. So you see how it's going. This shit is starting to go up. And this just now, because BRICS hasn't fully went into swing to the point where they are basically monopolizing the world. So once that take place and we're getting the repercussions of these high-ass prices that we already somewhat complaining about, man, shit, this is going to be crazy. The United States is going to have to come up with something due to the fact the American people ain't going to be able to come up with the money to be able to afford this shit. That goes business closing down. That's why BlackRock and all them buying up all the housing and property, because they know that's where the money going to swing to. Who has the property?
Hey, BlackRock was definitely on YouTube watching niggas flip houses and say, nah, we can't let that keep going. No, I ain't never seen a company that big start buying individual single homes, cuz.
And they the shareholders of each other. Vanguard, BlackRock, Street, they the shareholders of each other. Come on, man. And they have everything.
No, that's facts.
What Elon talking?
Let's get back to Elon. we did like a whole 20 minutes of bricks and let me see what's happening here. Let me
about real shit though. That's basically what it is, man. Because
he helping too though. Cause he said, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna do my own thing."
Yeah.
And they can't say that to him. Yeah. You can't say that to him. He got his own money. He got his own infrastructure. He got his own partners.
The thing about it is, cuz the money has to change. You got to look at the generations. It has to change. Mm-hmm. It's time for the dollar to go. The same way when the dollar came into play, it replaced what? Something that went out of business.
What did it play? I'm about to look it up. Why you play? I'm looking it up. That's a good question.
I don't know. I just know when the Federal Reserve came into play and they took us off the gold in like the late 70s. That's when the dollar started. Well, actually, the dollar started losing its value for real when they took us off the gold standard.
Yeah, it started with the promissory note. They started it with debt, and then they started to print this with dead presidents.
So it was the United Kingdom pound, the sterling, was the primary reserve currency for much of the world in the 19th century.
So before the dollar
the dollar came, the pound, the sterling. You know, so same with more of the same people.
Oh yeah, those guys over there. This is what Elon talking about. It says none of us will have a job. We will have universal high income. And it says we cooked. I don't know. I don't like this doomsday stuff, but let's see what he's talking about.
Probably none of us
He's
will
looking
have a
right.
job. There will be, but in that benign scenario, there will be universal high income, not universal basic income, universal high income. There will be no shortage of goods or services. And I think the benign scenario is the most likely scenario, probably, I don't know, 80% likely if you ask, in my opinion. The question will not be one of lacking goods or services. You'll have, everyone will have access to as much in the way of goods and services as they would like. The question will really be one of meaning, of how, if the computer can do, and the robots can do everything better than you, then what does your life have meaning?
Oh, he getting philosophical on us. Which, I mean, that's a good question. That's a great question.
Listen,
Tamika said multiple states have universal income already. What states have that? Virginia got that? Can I get
no,
some?
but
No.
not yet.
I'll look it up for y'all.
Yeah, she said
I'll
what
look it
state?
up
Or maybe
for
she
you.
could tell us in the YouTube comments. But yeah,
You think
so
about it.
that's some deep stuff he got that he's talking about. Well, think about it. Like most of us have jobs we hate going to, bosses we hate. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you could snap your finger and give those jobs to a bunch of robots, mechanicals, AIs, whatever. And okay, now the jobs that we as humans hate is now the robots and the AIs doing it. That gives us a whole lot of free time and a whole lot of, okay, what can we do with our lives now? You know what I'm saying? And I think there's some deep philosophical things to come across that, because it's like, well, I used to get up and go to this fast food joint and make food for people. You know what I'm saying? But now that's done. So like, what is, like, what would we do with our time if we didn't have all these jobs?
Thing about it is, majority of the middle class people work in warehouses. They have warehouses jobs. So if these computers, AI come into play, what does it do to the middle class people? They've been trying to stomp out the middle class people for a long time. Now, what better way to do it than to replacing them with robots? Now you put them at a poverty level. At the bottom, everybody's homeless. We see what they're doing to the homeless. They don't have a plan for the homeless. Never had one. You get what I'm saying? I can
Which
say
is
what,
crazy.
exactly. I know what they're doing to them, but I want to keep this live afloat. But you get what I'm saying? But that's what they're doing. They're pushing the middle class people completely out. You get what I'm saying? And those who are left on a remedial level, they're gonna give them cards with a certain amount on it every month, and that'll be the people that's basically going to sit at home or do whatever it is you're doing. You're not really gonna have to. I don't even know if you're gonna have to go to work necessarily. You may, but if you're not able to work, what are you really going to be doing? Sitting at home in the street.
Creating art, making
you can't
music,
pay the-
Bro,
making beats,
no.
creating art.
AI make those. AI make that too. And art is subjective. Yeah.
But hear me out. You're not doing it for money. You're doing it because you enjoy it. And where I believe most of us were put here to create and to, you know what I'm saying, be creative in this world. So, I don't know. There's two ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying? There's like, oh, doomsday. We don't have jobs. We can't support ourselves. But if there's a universal income and robots are doing the jobs nobody wants, it's like, think about when you're on vacation or when you go into school, right? And then you got summertime or you got summer break or Thanksgiving break or whatever. You're free. You have that free feeling like, oh, I don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? There's a freedom there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm for universal income and for robots taking over. I'm just saying maybe we're looking at it in a way that we shouldn't be, or maybe we're looking at it as is, fuck it, let them take the jobs as long as we have freedom and we could do what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk like this. Let's talk about this right here. So basically, first of all, nobody has a completely universal income system, right? Iran got something partial, Mongolia got something partial, Brazil got something, and the U.S. been talking about it. It's a couple of states that do have like Illinois, New York, Georgia, California, Louisiana, right? They got some kind of plan set up for some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to your point, Frank, of people gonna make art. Art is usually birthed from when people have gone through a struggle of some sort or have some kind of experience where they want to express themselves, right? There's gonna be no need to express myself, or all my needs have been met. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Nah, I
There's gonna be no
disagree.
need to. So follow me here. The post-it note, the little yellow sticky,
Mm-hmm.
that was created from a necessity or just the aha moment. My man was trying to make something convenient to do notes on. He fuck around and ripped it in half and stuck it away, and it came to him. My man, the Super Soaker Man.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Soaker Man was an engineer. He was a mechanical engineer somewhere. He fuck around, got fired, put some hoses together. He was working on a high pressure pump or something. He put it together, and for the next 9 years, he was just pumping it to his family and friends around the neighborhood till Mattel came along, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be no need for people to fucking be creative, right? It's gonna be hard for me to add on to something when everything I'm adding on to has been added on to already at a high level with that.
So you're saying
Yo.
without struggle, we can't create? Is that basic?
Very few creations. Look, we just talked about Joe Washington Carver. He only became Joe Washington Carver because he was mutilated and wasn't able to use his body to its full potential. He had to use his mind in other ways. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Marcus Garvey. Them niggas, he was trying to get food and supplies straight from Africa. Why? Because he couldn't get it from the other people. It's a whole lot of struggles. Look at the damn stoplight. The man made the stoplight. Why? Because it was mad accidents in the road and had cars. Look at the cotton gin. The slave was busting the ass. My man said, I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of inventions that we got because of just, not even just struggling, but because there was a better way or easier way to do things, and I'm going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. But with AI, you
Basquiat paintings. Basquiat paintings full of pain. Them shit
Mm-hmm.
still bumping to this day, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But AI pushing everybody out, though. People already using AI to type essays and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, chat GPT crazy. You get what I'm saying? It's people don't understand the world has really literally been conditioned to be lazy. You get what I'm saying? And if you read the book on what their plans for everybody is, this is a part of it. You get what I'm saying? Break them down to they literally don't want to do nothing, and we'll do everything for them. You get what I'm saying? Keep them in their house. They ain't got to leave the home. We'll bring everything to them that they need.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you see the robots are starting to come out. So when it get to a point where the humans are no longer needed because the robots have everything and have taken over everything. You get what I'm saying? Because
I know, but
robots
I feel you, but it's like we've been on this earth what, a handful of decades, 3-4 decades. All we've known, and I'll speak for myself. All I've known is working to pay bills. Right? I was born a silver spoon. My family's not rich, and we're kind of used to a capitalistic society. I'm for capitalism. I'm not a non-capitalist. I'm not a socialist, but I'm saying our minds are kind of ingrained in thinking about how to make money, working to make money to pay bills. Now imagine for a second your perfect world scenario where that was not a reality. You like our pets, our dogs and cats and goldfish, they don't work. All their needs are there. They just be a dog or they just be a cat.
Chase their ass all day.
Right. And imagine for a second if you had that life, you had a life where working wasn't a part of human life. You weren't forced to go do something or be somewhere at a certain time for a certain amount of hours per week or whatever to make money to pay someone else. Like, what would you do with your time if that was our reality?
You wouldn't know what to do. So I'm going back to it again. The mask that I sell, the hats that I sell, the products I sell. I would not have done it if I didn't need more money for one, and then I didn't have that drive to say maybe somebody will buy this from me. You feel me? Like there is no drive once all my necessities are met.
That's not true.
No drive at
Well,
all.
I won't say that's. I don't think our drive right now is to make money. So again, you're kind of making my point for me when you're talking about you branched out to do business and sell masks because you needed money in return. But now imagine a world where there is no necessity to do anything for resources. The resources are just there, right? You could enjoy life. You could travel. You can eat wherever. You can go wherever you want. There's no need to be in a box, in a cubicle, in a fast food restaurant, at a desk. Because those jobs are taken over by the computers. You could be a human. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you could be a human, what would you be doing?
Trying to make a difference, but all the differences have been made. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, look,
there's no difference to make.
You live your life.
Cause you'll be like the animals, the only species on the earth that pays to live on the earth. We the only species that pays to live on this dirt ass rock.
Thank you.
You'll be like the animals roaming around the earth with nothing to fucking do.
That's not. I want to say there's nothing to do. I mean, they fuck all the time. They live their lives.
No.
Think about Indians or the Native Americans or native peoples,
animals,
indigenous.
Yeah, animals don't fuck all the time. Animals only fuck when they're mating.
Correct.
We fuck all the time. We the only one that's off balance.
And dolphins.
That fuck out feelings and emotions.
And dolphins.
Animals fuck when they're and dogs. You know, that's a man's creation. I don't even call it an animal. But nature animals in nature only have sex when it's mating time. They don't just run around fucking shit.
That's true. But you see, I feel like I'm trying to I'm asking y'all questions, and it's like it's probably hard to conceptualize because it's like all we've known is going to a fucking job and trying to hustle and make money.
You mentioned, but listen, you mentioned the Native Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Indians, right? What were they doing? Working for survival. They just
Yes, that's true. That's true. They were fucking though, and they were smoking.
But they had to build. They had to store for winter. They had to prepare for the spring, right? They had a task. They had a job. They had a mission. They had a goal. They had a purpose, right?
To live.
If you ain't got no purpose, there's no reason for me or a person to go cut the grass. There's no reason for a nigga to go get food for his kids. There's no reason for people that have kids. Why? Because ain't no growth needed nowhere. So read some comments right quick. Somebody in the comments said, "Who this? Godless Fox." I think old buddy said, "I appreciate your optimism, sir." When you were talking about, he appreciated your optimism, right? Tim said we freaks. So we can say, without struggle, there is no progress, right? And you will still want to make more money than what you get for free. Yeah, you still gonna want more, but it's gonna be hard to make money when they selling the shit that you can't even make nothing. You can't even create anymore.
They're not allowing it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If everybody be on that one little that currency note and pay this a certain amount. So they're basically saying there's no need for you to go over here and try to make no extra money. We got you covered. This is what you get. Right. This is what you got. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, we still don't understand the fact of if that does take over, if AI takes over the jobs and the robots is working the jobs, are you still going to get that stipend every month? What's going to happen? Are you just paying me to sit home like y'all did with the COVID shit? What's going on? What happens to me if I'm no longer to go to a job that I normally go to?
I can answer that for myself.
I'll
tell you right now, if I didn't have to work, if I wasn't trying to build all these businesses and hustle and bustle to make $1, I'd be reading books, writing books, probably producing music, raising a family. You know what I'm saying?
For what? What would
to live?
Be? To write a book on what? They
Stories.
know everything there is to know.
Science fiction. Look.
You would be writing it for yourself, basically, because
to share with the world. Look at this. Star Wars, science fiction. You read it, it's interesting, it's entertaining. That's it. And then I could put it out there. Somebody could get it for free. Look, I don't have to sell it, right? Because money is not an issue. I put it out there. People take it. They could consume it. They could become fans, or they could read it for themselves. It's about being creative, sharing art.
What
you know what I'm saying?
what you
Listening
need
to music.
fans for?
See, you stuck in like capitalism. Like fans today means, oh, I'm rich because I got all these people giving me money. But in a world where
Not
money's not a thing,
necessarily.
huh?
It'll
Not
go back to the
I'm
bottle.
not saying that.
Well, Tamika said obesity is gonna be off the chain.
Already off the chain, love.
What?
You
No, because you could hike. You could go to the gym. You won't
Right.
be.
For
You could do
what?
stuff.
Hey, hold on. Just think about this. What happened during the pandemic when these people was locked at home for 2 weeks with their children? These people almost lost their fucking mind, man. Cut it out.
They did.
People can't do that. People cannot just
No,
sit
no,
at home.
I didn't
People
say.
so conditioned.
I didn't
People
say
so
sit at
conditioned.
home and do nothing.
I know that, but what I'm saying is, even in that time, people still didn't really have to sit at home because people were still leaving and moving and going all about. But people were
The
tired
hiking
of
trail
what
was
going
open.
on. You get what I'm saying? It was too much for the natural man that's used to doing something because we're so conditioned to work
I don't
like
think I hear me.
slaves.
I know,
When
but
you
I didn't say sit at your house and not do
No,
nothing. I said for me, making music, reading books, hiking. You know what I'm saying? There's still activities.
You could do that shit now. You could do that now.
But
And do you
I
do that
also
at high
gotta
level?
work. I gotta spend like 8 hours a day or more sometimes to work for someone else to get money to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like true
Hey, Frank.
freedom. Like true freedom. Like
True freedom comes with discipline, dog. Like it's like she said, it's gonna be obesity out the charts. Niggas can go hiking right now today. Niggas can go swimming right now today. They can go to the beach right now today. Even with the 8 hours they gotta dedicate to the people to get
okay,
in their check.
but now imagine if you didn't have that 8 hours. If it wasn't dedicated to someone else.
I don't need to decompress anymore. I don't need to relieve stress anymore. I'm not stressed anymore. And stress is a big reason why things get done, why people go do things.
Hold on.
What's up?
We entrepreneurs, right? We entrepreneurs, right?
What's up?
We're starting businesses because we want time freedom, right? We want enough resources to be able to do what we want to do, on our terms, right?
Okay.
It's literally, I'm describing the same thing. Imagine you're a billionaire or you're a millionaire. You built a business out. You got people working for you. You have all these resources, and you don't have to be somewhere. You don't necessarily have to work. You just got cash flow coming in. It's the same lifestyle, only we're taking money out of the equation. We're taking capitalism out of it. And instead of it just being a few 1%, it's everybody.
But now, how about this? The billionaire gets some gratification from, hey, I employ these people. Hey, I make a difference in X amount of lives. Hey, I'm able to do these type of things for my family, right? Without those incentives, being the businessman being a billionaire don't matter, dog. Because
the incentive was time freedom. We could be honest. Entrepreneurs, like, yes, they provide those things, but the bottom line is their bottom line, their time freedom, their resources, their accumulation.
But I'm not doing it to not do nothing. Most of them billionaires do stuff. They're still growing. They're still creating. They're still affecting.
And I for never in this whole argument did I say do nothing. You're not getting that. I didn't say sit out. Don't get rich and then sit at home.
But what I'm saying to you is, there is no drive to do anything.
Are you saying there's no drive to do anything without money?
Without the incentive, because how many heights can you go on without getting bored? How many oceans can you see without getting bored?
How many burgers can you flip for someone else to live off you?
I get a check, I need to pay the rent. So that's what we're missing it at, right?
I can't believe my ears what I'm hearing right now.
Ain't no goddamn check. But that ain't even the takeover though. What ain't even about the fast food shit. We could care less about that. It's the takeover of the middle class people. Taking all that goddamn
humanity in itself.
That's what's gonna hurt.
Itself. They trying to change humanity. You're not gonna be a human, dog. How many trees can you climb?
You know how many trees are in the world?
You climbed
What if-
every one of them in 2 years.
You can't in a lifetime.
what?
I don't think a person in their lifetime could climb every tree on this planet. That's actually a great
Would
feat
that much-
that somebody would be like, all right, I'm gonna do that, and you do that for the rest of your life. Why not? If it makes you happy, if that's your purpose on earth and you chose it and it makes you happy and you're not bothering nobody, who's to say that's wrong?
It might be a lot of woke people during that time, because maybe people really get to know self during that time, if that was possible. But I don't really see it as being like that. I seen how these people react to the various shit that goes on now, and like I said, I seen how they acted during the pandemic, and these people cannot take being home free by themselves and without panicking and not having nothing to do. And that was 2 weeks. Now imagine doing that for
14
a
days.
year.
But no, we got to add context for the pandemic though, because during the pandemic, yeah, they told us to stay home, but what were they doing? They were in our ear with fear and death and destruction, and people still had to pay bills. It's not like the bills went away and you got to stay home. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of stress induced. That was a very stressful time for a lot of people. So I don't think bringing up the pandemic is kind of comparing to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you don't have those worries. There's no impending doom. There's no sickness taking over the earth. You have no worries. Resources are abundant. You could do what you want. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to.
That's a great question, though.
Struggle.
That's a great question, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
What would humanity do if they didn't have to work? If they did not have to go pay bills, what would humanity do?
What would humanity do?
Yeah,
I know what I would
humans
do.
humanity do?
Like I said,
You're not gonna go hiking every day, Frank. You don't go hiking now.
I would be reading. I'd be making music. I'd be creating. What is she? Tamika is not gonna be. Let's see what Tamika's talking
Frank, you
about.
would make music now.
Right.
That's what she said.
And why? Why can't I make music?
I ain't lying.
But you can make music now.
That's true.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to build businesses so I can get time freedom, so I can live like I don't need money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like in our mind we understand that's how we're supposed to live. Like we shouldn't be tied down to these corporate jobs and work for someone else. But then on the flip side, it's like we kind of fight for that system to remain here. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're so used to that. But like, oh, I got to get a job. I got to work for money. But it's like deep down, none of us want to do that shit for real. And even us as entrepreneurs, our incentive is to break free from lack and poverty and struggle. That's why we do that. You know what I mean? So
it's a program that we have. That's all it is.
Like I said,
if life had started out where we wasn't working, it would be okay because we would be good with it due to the fact that that's something that's normal. But for the whole world to sit at home and not do nothing, I ain't even gonna say the whole world. A good percentage of it and do nothing. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it'll be a lot of crime going on just on the strength that people don't really have much to do.
Just cause I'll punch a nigga in the face just cause, you know what I'm talking about?
Literally, nothing to do. You get what I'm saying? Cause I believe, I'm just saying, hypothetically, what I believe would happen. The crime rate would shoot up. People ain't got shit to do. You see what happened when people ain't got nothing to do now. And we talking about all walks of life, even from young to old. You get what I'm saying? Crime reaches all these people.
No. There's a very specific reason why we have crime, and it's not due to boredom.
No. That's
There's a lot of crime for boredom too, Frank.
But I done seen. Hold on. I done been around people that done shit out of boredom.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm a true witness of boredom crimes. You get what I'm saying?
Bored criminals. I know. But most crime, most
yeah.
crime is due to lack of resources, not having money, like survival, right? And I know that most.
Some. I would say
Frank, read some comment.
Who?
You got to
read some comment.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Yeah, Tamika said it's not going to be as great as we think. When I got into a free healthcare system, the cost takes 3 times as much time to get an appointment. Mm-hmm. Testing takes months. Imagine the wait to eat out. Yeah, everything will be crowded. Poverty drives crime. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, there is a lot. you know what I'm saying? And again, there's so many industries that we do need people for, right? Healthcare, restaurant industry. And I'm not saying that there are not people that don't love participating in those. Like, we know there are doctors and nurses that love being a doctor and being a nurse. We know there are people that love working in a restaurant. So there are still people that will do those things if it's their choice, but they're not being forced to do it. Like most of us are. Most of us that work in restaurants don't want to be there. But there are people that love being in a restaurant. So I feel like what I'm talking about, this perfect world, so to speak, where there's no work, is the problem can still solve itself because different people have different desires and want to do different things. Not everybody is going to want to sit in their house not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
So, go ahead, Cuzzo.
The way the education system is set up, and we know that they don't teach our children shit, there's no way that they will be able to compete with the world coming out of school or whatever the case may be. And then you got the robots took over the little jobs that they could probably grab. Because you got to think about it. I've seen so many college students working in fast food restaurants. You get what I'm saying?
That's pastime, though. People always do that.
Yeah. So you understand what's going on? It's a complete push. Because they saying, hey, the robots don't complain, the robots don't cry, the robots don't need no time off, the robots ain't having baby, need sick leave, the robots are suing for this, that, and the third, you know? And it's crazy because it makes me ask the question, if robots is taking over all the other jobs and the middle class people is being pushed out, which means they're not going to have no jobs, they're not going to have no money. What do that do to the rich? How are the rich going to benefit off of the middle class being pushed completely off? Or are their jobs going to be replaced by robots as well? I doubt it.
So, because he talking, so I'm assuming I'm gonna go with what you said, like LVMH, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci and them. If ain't no need for me to buy a Gucci belt or Gucci hat or you know some Hennessy or whatever, right? How are they gonna get rich? They one of the bigger companies in the world. But like, I was thinking about what you said too. The education, right? The education is so poor. We talked about it last time when back in the day, they had no choice but to be brilliant, right? They had no choice but to be smart. Frank said you can sit down and read all day long, right? Read all day long. But the drive was to what? Aggrandize, to get better, to grow, to create. If there is no drive to grow, aggrandize, be better, or to create, it's not going to be a need to read. It's not going to be It's not going to be a need for it. It's not going to be a driving force for it.
I don't compute for me. Because it's just like I like reading books. The need is I'm satisfying myself. You know what I'm saying?
But you only like reading books now because you understand what to get out of it. If you didn't have to work, there's no need. I just go look some shit up. Shit is just provided for me. There's no drive to create.
And then it's a straight
I think there's more drive to create if you ain't have to work a job.
But what can you create?
Anything. You create anything you want.
Working to not working, to just sitting at home not doing nothing. That you've been working for what, 40 years of your life? That's why I'm gonna tell you like this. That's why a lot of older people sometimes you see working at, we used to work at Walmart and stuff like that. You ask them why do they do that? They tell you, if I sit at home, I'm going to die.
I'm gonna lose it.
You see what I'm saying? I gotta be around people. I gotta be moving. I gotta be doing this. I gotta be doing that. Sitting at home, that shit is not where it's at.
I like to read. Just because I like to read don't mean that's everybody's answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only talk about me. Like if I'm sitting in this computer making beats, making music, writing books, like that's my creative process. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? That's not the next person's answer. Like I said, the next person could hike, could want to be a Walmart greeter, could do whatever they want. It's like everybody has their own individual things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like what I'm confusing what I'm saying for like everybody stay at home, don't do nothing, sit on your ass, go to sleep, wake up, and never leave your house. Like that. That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
No. We just saying that you will get tired of you will get tired of doing what it is that you're doing.
Probably,
That's
and then
not
I'll do the next thing, which is
for
not getting a
everybody.
job.
Yeah, that's
You know what
for
I'm saying?
everybody. Everybody
Yeah.
will get tired of doing what it is that you're doing because you're constantly now is a switch. So now you're doing this shit every single day. You're like, well, damn, I wait. My life is so predictable now. You get what I'm saying? I know what I'm gonna do because I don't have nothing to do, so I just sit at home. So I know what I'm gonna do the next 4 days. I'm
Right.
gonna read this book, or I'm gonna play this instrument, or I'm gonna write this, or I'm gonna go out here and go surfing. You
And
get what I'm saying? Whatever
yeah,
it is that you do.
and you just described 40, 50 years of everybody who works at a job and retires at 65, 70. You just basically described that, which is what we do now.
It's easier to do at that age, though.
And out of that 50 years, we've had some great creations. Niggas like Amazon was working somewhere and decided to do something else. You know what I'm talking about? Companies like Carvana, companies like, TV shows, fan base, Instagram, they came from people out of creating something, having a drive and to purpose to do something, to make something better. That drive is going to be
Right.
sucked up.
And the people that started those companies, they probably, if you ask them, and most of them probably would say yes, their main incentive, their bottom line was time freedom, was to have so much resources and money that they didn't have to work for somebody. So again, it's like there's like a loop here. There's like a loop that's going on where I think we're saying the same thing. We're just at different ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start a company. I want to be successful. Why? So I can have enough resources where I could do whatever the fuck I want to do in life. But what I'm talking about is getting there without the need for money, you know what I'm saying? Or the need to work. And it's like, there's like a disconnect. It's like, oh no, you got to work. You got to do something.
No,
and I'm saying, but imagine if you could do what you want without needing money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to create businesses, right, to help people and to get time, freedom, resources, right?
Right.
Without the drive to help people and the drive to get money and time, resources, there is no push behind it.
You could still help people without the need for money.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the
Right.
drive to help people when the robot can help them already. The AI can help them already. The machine can help them already. There's no need for me. You know what I'm talking about? There's no need for the nurses. There's no need for the companion, right? There's no need for the veterinarian. All of those are passion-driven, careers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, because they're gonna replace doctors soon. That's they already working on that. Hand machines work on people. Basically, a human uses a machine to work on you. Sometimes you get what I'm saying. So they're already working on that part. No need for no doctors. Get them out of there.
So
you gotta
I get what you're saying, but the drive for me to even conceive what I want to do is going to be switched completely off. Yeah, I can go scuba diving in the ocean. I can only swim so much.
Okay, and that's fine. I agree with that. You could only do that so much. Then you stop and you switch and find something else to do. You go to different islands. You eat and go to different countries. I don't know. There's so many things.
I done rode around the country on the bike 10 times. I done flew my pain around this bitch 12 times. I done wrote 973 books. I done smashed about 1,400 bitches. What else you want me to do?
That's a great life. If you did all those things, wouldn't you consider that a great life?
I mean,
bro, seriously.
It's the reason why everybody ain't rich and everybody ain't got a lot of money, because they figure like, look, that's too much time for people to be sitting on by themselves all the time. They had that type of money and just be sitting with nothing to do, because as the world say, they want a world full of workers. Can't be sitting home thinking too much. That's too much for you. You get what I'm saying? They need your work. So the reason why is the reason why the concept is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Makes all these people's play. They're not gonna. They don't want that for us. They don't need that. It's too much.
I know, but the thing
That's
is,
a
we
great
don't
question,
even
Frank.
want it. Apparently, we don't even want it for ourselves either. That's where I'm like, bro,
Conditioned.
I don't.
We've been too. We
If I
so
didn't,
conditioned.
right, facts. If there was a world where I didn't have to work for money and I could do what I truly want in life, I would take that over what we got right now any fucking day. And it's not to say I'm gonna sit
how
at home
long,
and
though,
do
Frank?
nothing. That's not what I'm saying.
But for how long?
For my life,
If you
for
at the age
for
of
100
10, they say,
years.
all right, go in the world. At the age of 10, they say, go, dude. You're gonna be dude out. You're gonna be done out.
People get done out in their 30s working jobs they hate. It's like you're describing a scenario where somebody hates their life because they're just doing the same thing, but that's 99% of us today already.
I'm not saying doing the same thing. I'm saying I've done everything. So doing the same thing and doing everything aren't the same thing. Going to a job 9 to 5 and for 8 hours, 40 years is not the same thing as I've done everything. I'm a goddamn black belt in Taekwondo. I done learned Japanese samurai. I done goddamn sharpshooter. I'm a super sniper. I done beat the Mario game.
Hell
30,000.
fucking yeah.
But
Let's go.
now you're missing the point now. But listen, ain't no drive no more. It's done. Ain't no more drive.
Flock, you saying you'll figure something out, huh?
I said I'm gonna live my fucking life.
He going
I'm
fishing.
gonna live my life.
But it's crazy
Look at
because at what age though? Because if you like, it says that if you 30 and you live to be fucking 80 for the next 50 years,
Here's the thing. It could be whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. It's not like I have to work for someone
You're gonna
else.
do everything for that first 10 years is gonna be amazing and bliss. You're gonna do everything you ever dreamed about. But bitch, by 42, I know for a fact you're gonna be counting the sands in Sahara. Boy,
Hey, and if that makes me happy, that's the thing. It's about, was it John Lennon? I think it was John Lennon. When he was young, he was in school. His teacher, they gave him an assignment to write what they want to be when he grew up. And then he wrote happy on the paper. And the teacher was like, you got it wrong. You didn't understand the assignment. And he was like, no, I understand more than you. He answered, I want to be happy. He didn't want to be an astronaut. He didn't want to be a lawyer. He didn't want to be a doctor. He just wanted to be fucking happy. And if we lived in a world where we didn't have to work for money and go to jobs we hated and we could truly do what we want, I think a lot of us would be fucking happy. You know what I'm saying?
That's the question.
And that's not
the
to
question.
say that there's not progress and drive and innovation, because you could be creative, you could be innovative in that space. I think you could be more creative and innovative in that space as opposed to having a dedicated 30 of your life to someone else.
I didn't say I wouldn't mind. Trust and believe. I mean, because of the job that I have set up now, I work for myself. So I don't go to nobody job setting. I'm on my own time when my clients is with me. So I don't have a problem. So I'm basically on my own time. And I spend a lot of time basically by myself due to the fact that I work for myself. So I'm transitioning into it as we speak, but
There you go.
it's not something that's very easy to be able to do when you're used to shit working or thinking
Capitalism.
conditioned that, damn, I gotta go here to get this money. I gotta go do this to get that money. I gotta do this to do that.
Right.
Nah.
And I give you a perfect example to bring it back to Elon.
What's up?
Elon, I think he's been a billionaire for some time now. I think he was a billionaire maybe for like 15, 20 years. The things he's doing now, whether you believe it or not, is irrelevant. His SpaceX and Tesla and all the shit he's doing. He built out companies. He became a billionaire. He has true time freedom. He doesn't have to work for anybody else, but he's still being innovative and he's still doing crazy shit because of who he is and what he chose to do with his time. You know what I'm saying? So there's a perfect example of somebody who doesn't have to work for nobody else. He could have took all that money and lived on the island and read books and made music and been, ghost. But he got the money and he decided to do what he's doing with it, and he's advancing science and he's advancing humankind. But that's because he chose to. You know what I'm saying? So that's a perfect example of what I'm saying. Like, just because
There's a drive to.
that's his drive though. He made that choice.
What if he ain't had nobody working for him though?
Well, how is he getting them to work for them?
He has the
He's
pay.
offering money. But I guarantee
Not
you,
even just money. No, I'm gonna push back and say he only has the drive because he can create. He has the space and the drive to create something for humanity and for other people. Without those two factors, it doesn't work. If those people didn't believe in Elon's vision and work ethic, there's no way I'm going to work there. Even if some people who work for already rich, they don't need the money, right? They don't need money. They're going there for the mission. They're going there for the cause. They're going there for the vision. They're going there to be a part of change in history.
Right.
Without that aspect, again, if AI and robots do everything, they built a robot to come back and catch the damn spaceship already, right? They got the Hubble telescope out there scoping shit out. You know what I mean? They got the robots cleaning up the streets. The robots cleaning up the cars. Ain't no need the air fresh and cleaner than the motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no drive to change. Ain't no drive, no vision to do nothing. That's all I'm saying with that. Like, yeah, he got all the money in the world, but he still got that drive and ambition to change and do better and to make stuff and create.
Thank you. You just made my point for me. Because I'm telling y'all, just because if money is not like an incentive, you can still be a creative force for change in the world. And I use Elon as an example because, yes, he's super rich, but he's so rich that he doesn't need to fight for resources. You see what I'm saying? He has so much money from his past work that he's in a space where he could be creative and he could be who he is.
Did you pee on yourself?
I think you missed my point of he still had that drive to create and want to do something for humanity. With all those boxes being checked, right, there's no need for him to do anything.
He could have chose not to do. Yeah, there's billionaires out there that we don't know that are nameless, that are just living on their island, not bothering nobody, not making a change. That's their choice. They're probably happy doing that. Elon's not. So you see what I'm saying? Just because you have it all doesn't mean you're going to just be on your couch in your house withering away.
But
that's what
I'm saying. He's checking boxes that haven't been checked yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the humanity, and that's his drive. It ain't the money. That's his goal.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Those who got the money and don't want to do anything else.
Like the music industry.
Like you just said.
Yeah, like you got all that money and don't know what to do with it.
But without those unchecked boxes, or those boxes that the AI and the robots already checked off, what am I checking now?
Man, we see what's going on, man. We been pushed out. You know what? Gotta understand, because they figure like this: they put these robots in play, and the next 30 years, where would the humans stand?
We'll see. We're gonna see, huh?
Listen, hold on. You're being policed by robots.
Fact.
You get what I'm saying? You're being served by robots. They're like, well, what's the need of the humans? You get what I'm saying? We already know they're on a depopulation reset. You know, they're trying to come on, man. And you're getting rid of humans, but you're bringing in robots.
We're gonna do cyborg. Hey, Frank, cyborg might be the next level then. So a nigga might want to make cyborgs now because all the robots and shit. So might as well put the human heart in the robot, right?
Yeah, I guess Skynet. I don't know. That's crazy stuff.
All right.
I don't think that's better.
Iron and clay, man. Mixing iron and machine. That's what it's about. No bullshit. It's iron and clay. That's the age of what's going on. That's why the robots are taking on. If you ever go back and watch the movie Terminator and know what's going on, do that, you'll understand what's going on now. It's the iron and clay. It's the machine takeover. This is what's going on. And humanity ain't really grasp it. They just think they are so fascinated with the AI and what it can do. Don't forget that this motherfucker is sentient. Do understand it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What happens when these robots link together and it's all one push to whatever it is that they got going on?
We can't unify to save our fucking existence. Hey, man, look. Unify and thrive, bitch. Don't you forget it. Hey, we about to do takeaways in a minute. But Tamika said the AI assessed her heart surgery. assistant, her heart surgery, that was sweet. And she said, I think stress levels will decrease for sure. Yeah, niggas will be so stressed. It's gonna be so much weed smoke, boy. It's gonna be.
I think people would be happy. People be
People
happy.
still be fighting over toilet paper. They still fighting over the toilet paper.
Nah, ain't gonna be need for them to fight over toilet paper. They be fighting just cause, my boy. The
Ain't
motherfucking UFC gonna be lit.
The police
Everybody
gonna
be
be
UFC.
Hey, some people like to fight. Yeah, hey, take that shit to the ring. You know what I'm saying? The slap boxing shit where they just slap a motherfucker.
Destroying eardrums.
Yeah. Fuck your temple up. I mean, it is what it is. No, but
Cerebellum all rocked up.
I don't know. I think this is a dope conversation. But again, you know what I'm saying? This whole robot shit, it just put me there. And again, I'm not a socialist. I am for capitalism. I'm for entrepreneurialism.
You're a socialist with that kind of attitude, my boy.
I didn't say not one thing about giving anybody anything, did I? I said if you didn't have to work, if money wasn't a thing, and you could do what you want,
to you.
there's no. There's nothing given to you. It's just there, like how we breathe air. Who's giving us air right now?
Trees, nigga, in the ocean.
Okay, fair enough. But it's just there. So just imagine if we didn't need to work, resources were just there and you could do what you want. You're not taking from someone else. You're not forcing anyone else to do something for somebody else. That's socialism. That's not what I'm talking about. I might be on a different plane. I don't know. What I'm talking about is like,
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe I need to think about it more. Maybe I could articulate it better.
You're going back to the old civilization. That's basically where you didn't have to do that. But you got to understand, it was sweet then. Somebody came and changed that. And probably made a promise to never let it get back to how that was, because they got rid of a lot of people in that process to bring forth the shit that we're going through now. Conditioned slaves that go to work every day.
What holiday just passed? Or not holiday, or used to be a holiday?
On the way up, you mean?
Oh, no, Dumbest Day. Oh, I thought you were talking about on Dumbest Day.
No, this Monday, Columbus.
Yeah, nigga, Dumbest Day.
Yeah.
The dumbest shit ever said.
What he did to indigenous people. Like King, you mentioned before, they didn't have to work, but they were able to feed themselves. They did what they had to do to survive, but it wasn't necessarily a hard life. They had freedom. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some form of that. Some government, some society where there's something like that existing.
Yeah, you work to feed yourself and to clothe yourself. You know, that's all it was during that time. And you barter, you traded. So your main work was on that to say, you know what, I got to go pay the light bill. Your work was to say, I'm out here in the field growing my shit, whatever the case may be, to be able to feed my family. Majority of work was coming from shit like that. Somebody didn't change that, and we fucked up from behind it and have been forever.
Maybe we're making our way back some kind of way. Tim said,
no bullshit. They said, listen, no funny shit. They said the black man created the lights. The white man created a light bill.
Yeah, I heard that shit, man.
Oh, but just leave it at that.
There you go. Let's read this comment and we'll close it out. Tim said, maybe the suicide rate will go up. Many people can't live without the matrix, let alone themselves.
You literally good.
That's true. I think a lot of people would fight for it.
Good comment, because a lot of people so tied to this matrix system, man, that they wouldn't know what to do without it. A lot of people would be woke, though. A lot of people will come into awakened stage because, like I said, it gives you enough time to identify self. But it also depends on what type of person you is, mind state, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on in your head. But a lot of people wouldn't be able to take that shit. They fought over toilet paper. Just remember that.
No, that's facts.
That's gonna be hey, talk to our grandkids. That's gonna be one of the crazy shit niggas say. What y'all fighting on toilet paper for? And it gonna be like,
nobody got the answers.
Come on.
But listen, let's do some takeaways, man. This is a nice long one, man. That's a good ass question, though, Frank. It's a great question. If you didn't have to work, to pay bills, and all your needs were met, what would you do?
I'd be reading books, writing books.
I ain't asking you.
Okay, never mind. We asking y'all in the comments. Put in the comments what y'all would do.
We heard you say that shit 13 times already. Look.
Bro, I'm trying to ascend to 5D. I need this in my life.
You in there. You in there? Listen. So I'm gonna do takeaways first. My takeaway is, man, unify and thrive, because the powers that be don't want you to have shit. Apparently, they don't want you to own shit. Apparently, you know what I mean. So, personal responsibility. Take care of yourself. Work out. Like Frank said, read some books. Learn new craft. Learn new language. Do something to aggrandize yourself. Shit get weird. By the day. In 2025 is only gonna be more the weird fuck shit. So get your life in order.
Facts.
Get your mind right. Keep real, what up?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, like I always tell you. These people don't care about you. They never did, never will. They bringing in robots because that's their plan. It's been their plan for shit years and years. You know, just do a little
Ben
research.
told you.
They've been showing you what they're gonna do. They put it in the movies, documentaries. They have no problem showing you the universal law, because they got to tell you what they're gonna do to you. Whether you accept it for what it is or not, that's on you. It still graced your eyes or your ears. So with that being said, don't play fool to none of the bullshit that's going on. That's all I gotta say.
That's a bar. And I ain't got to take away for this episode. I just know
We heard you already.
I felt like I was on a soapbox preaching this entire time. But check out the book, Elusive Perspective, ELUSIVE PERSPECTIVE.com. I got a pre-order book coming out, 2 months. It'll be out. And we out. That's it. Episode 82. This is a good long one. Pause. We'll catch y'all next week. Tamika said, check out the movie The Creator with Denzel's son. It's about these roles. All right, we're going to check that. I think I saw that already.
I've seen it. I seen it.
It was like a child.
Let's talk about it next week.
Cyborg child. Yeah, we'll do that next week. All right, y'all. We appreciate you guys getting late. Appreciate y'all for staying.